This is Jeanie, and it is Sunday, April 6th, and we are on our way to the Lakers versus Clippers game. And I had a couple questions for Phil, and I'm going to turn it over to him now. Hello, Phil. Here we are again, driving to a game. Now, over that long road trip of 2 weeks, there was several stories that came out. I think it started in Oklahoma City, that it said basically that you would be back next year and that you were going to honor your contract and be back next season. Then there was a report a couple days later that your health would determine whether you would be coming back or not. And I have to tell you that many people called me, and I get comments all the time of, is Phil coming back or not, Jeanie? Is he okay? Did something happen? Does he not want to come back? Is he frustrated? And I just thought maybe you could clarify that a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, I've never changed my message, basically. And, someone asked me the question before I think we left on the road trip that was redundant about, so you're thinking about coaching another year after this one. And I said, well, definitely, I have a contract. And I think that's how the definitely thing got kind of going. And so when we were in Oklahoma City, obviously that came out, and then, whatever the news sources that generate energy around that said that, made a special note of it. And one of our pundits, our local beat writers, stopped me in Detroit, which was our next stop on that road trip, and said, you haven't changed your message at all. I haven't heard anything different in any of the press that you've done about your return. You always will assess how you feel the season went, how your health is, and what the prospects are for the team, and whether you feel like you should come back or not. And I said, well, that's correct. And, definitely have to assess, how the season goes, what the toll is upon a coach, and then, what's the prospects for the next year, whether it's good or not. But I have a contract, so I have all intents and purposes on returning. So then I think we got it straight.
I like it. Thank you for clarifying. I'm here with Jack. I'm Jeanie Buss, Los Angeles Lakers, and most people will ask me, what's Jack really like? And they're thinking Jack Nicholson. But I'm talking Jack. Jack is awesome. He's number one. Just like the Lakers, number one. Jack. Together. Well, Phil, congratulations on the win. And how did you feel about having to put the starters back in near the end of the game?
Well, sometimes that'll happen. But if you don't do it appropriately, and they're stiff, Kobe put ice on his knees, then it's hard for them to get going again.
Right.
As a consequence, we lost an 18-point lead in a matter of 5 minutes. So it was pretty tough. I gave him a little talking after the game about, taking care of, appropriate things. And, I didn't get the response I wanted to get. So I wasn't happy with him. But I told him it's really hard to beat a team 4 times in a row. You've got, so many elements that are working against you. Tonight they were all working against us.
Well, I mean, this Clipper team has beat the Celtics.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's that too.
Right. I mean, they're not a bad team.
No, they're talented. We talked about that, but when you have an 18-point lead, you try to maintain that energy. So that was tough. So, but here we go. 1 game off the pace. Not really even 1 game off the pace, because if we catch that 1 game, we lead. Right. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird situation with having the season advantage over Cleveland. They have no room for error or margin for error. But we have a difficult week ahead of us. if we make it through to,
That's like 3 games in 5 days.
yeah, and those games, Sacramento's always tough at their home court. But the two after that, Denver and Portland, we want to try and represent ourselves. That's if we get a split that's good, basically. But that could just take us out of the running for best record almost. So I'm trying to parse those minutes out so guys get a rest. And tonight we rested some of the players a little bit. Got some legs rested, but not enough.
Well, it's worth keeping the fight up.
I think so. I'm going to approach them tomorrow about that. How intense do they want? I mean, this is a goal this season when we started. We wanted the best record. So, do you want to give up on it when there's only 5 games left? Or you want to go out
It's
there?
in sight. It's within grasp.
Yeah. We don't hold our own destiny, but we can control a lot of things.
True. All right. Well, you leave tomorrow for Sacramento?
That's right.
Okay. Well, get some
Thanks.
sleep. Get some sleep. Okay. Good night.
Good night.